host of the Gridiron.
Now, they brought back, right? They re-signed Dyontae Johnson. Now, unfortunately for this young lad, he got injured early last season, right? But once again, right, another good quality player on special teams. You'll notice what the Giants are doing. A lot of these guys, a lot of these cheaper guys that they're bringing in, these backup guys, right, that don't expect to be a starter, okay? Very good on special. They're cheap, obviously affordable, right? But very good on special teams. So unfortunately, Mr. Johnson got injured. I mean, early. You know, it was a shame because he was really doing very well in preseason. All right, look at this up here. So Giants re-signed linebacker Dyontae Johnson. This is a very, very good move. Really, really freaking good move. Giants today re-signed inside linebacker and exclusive rights free agent Dyontae Johnson because they, you know, if you're an unrestricted, if you're an undrafted, right, rookie and they bring you in, right, you're an exclusive rights free agent, meaning like, you know, if the Giants tender you an offer, right, you have to accept it, right? So. Let's see, Johnson, 6'2", 230 pounds, played the final 2 games of last season after spending the first 16 weeks, unfortunately, on injury reserve with an ankle injury suffered in the preseason opener. So basically, he missed a freaking whole year because of an ankle injury. I don't know what the heck it was exactly, but it was a shame. It really was a shame. He made his NFL debut in Giants Week 17 win over the Colts and racked up 10 defensive tackles and 1 special team tackle in the season finale. Now, we're going to look at his PFF grades for that particular game. He got a bunch of tackles. He didn't grade out real well, but according to PFF. But he made 10 tackles on defense. Johnson spent the entire 2023 season on the Giants practice squad after joining the team as an undrafted rookie. He performed impressively in 2024 training camp and recorded 4 tackles, 2 for loss, and a sack against the Lions on August 8th before spraining his ankle. Prior to the NFL, Johnson played in 57 games over 5 seasons at Toledo, where he recorded 273 tackles, 115 were solo, 22.5 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, 9 passes defense, 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries. The Detroit native helped Cass Technical High School to a state championship and undefeated season in 2016. So he's not, he's certainly not old by any stretch of imagination. Let me pop this up here, share my screen, and just show you. I got to find it here. I got 3,000 tabs open up here. Oh, there we go. All right, share this and just show you real fast. Kind of like what. All right, so now this is. Okay, this is his special teams. Okay, now obviously, just from last year, right? He mentioned he spent all of 2023 on the practice squad. Okay, so what is he? 6'2". Oh, they don't have his date of birth here, but I mean he's young. Yeah, right. If we can get somebody like him to hang around on the roster, that'd be fantastic. But once again, somebody really cheap, right? Who can come in and play special teams, right? But they said, you'll see the special teams here. All right, he played a grand total of 28 special team snaps, graded out of 77 overall. Had a fantastic, right? 77.3. And if, honestly, if you grade out in the 70s on special teams, that's really good. You'll notice is that the Giants are bringing in a lot of players who grade out very well on special teams, very well. So I'm not saying we're going to be a top 5 unit or anything like that, but the Giants should have a nice special teams. Because they've really paying a lot of attention to that. And the nice thing with that is you don't have to go out and spend $35 million on a special teams guy. You can bring in guys like this, right, who want to play on it real cheap and could do a real good job. I said 77 points. Just once again, it's only 2 games. That's all he played in his whole career, NFL career. Okay, but 77.3 is really, really good. Now I'll just show you his what he graded out on defense. Now once again, this is PFF. That's all I'm going by here. All right, let's see where we at here. Defense. Now it was not super spectacular. He played against the Eagles. Now once again, he had 9 tackles. They had 9 tackle, 1 assisted tackle. He had 1 total pressure. He had a hurry. Okay, but now once again, that is here too. Okay, keep in mind this was against the Eagles' backup team. Right, they didn't have all their starters in there. Right, I don't even know if they had any starters in there. But his tackling was very good. But his overall grade, his coverage, I think, is maybe what brought him down a little bit. His run defense wasn't too bad. His pass rush, but overall, his 1 game against the Eagles, 37 total. He graded out at 48.8, right? But if you think about it, right, he had, according to that article, he was in on 10 tackles, 37 snaps, 10 tackles. So at that rate, if he played the entire game of about, say, 70 snaps, he would have had almost 20. He would have been almost on 20 tackles. So, he's in it. Wasn't even 40 snaps he was out there, and he was in on 10 tackles. That's pretty good. Now, as I said, I'm not exactly sure. I certainly don't want to say, I broke his tape down and I looked at this and I looked at that and all that stuff and everything. See where he went wrong and everything. But, he certainly did not, once again, according to PFF, he did not grade out extremely well. Okay, so. All right, my computer's freaking out here. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh. Where are we at? Oh. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen here. Okay, here we go. So, but I mean, it was a very good signing for the Giants, bringing him back. Now, once again, we sign him. Doesn't mean he's on the roster. He can wind up spending time on the practice squad once again. But, he did do pretty well in his short time in training camp. Now, as I said, I wasn't at training camp, so I don't know. But I do remember, seeing reports or whatever that he was doing rather well. But he got injured first game of training camp, and he was out pretty much the whole season. So keep an eye on him. Really keep an eye on him. That's for sure.